Okay, you all come in, come in, come in. It has been such a long time, almost a month since I've live streamed. Please forgive me, but I want you all to come in. And I see this black square that's on my screen. I don't know where that's coming. Why is that showing? But at any rate, hello, 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 you all. I may be a little rusty. I may be a little rusty, but come on in. Hit that like, hit that share button. As you can tell by my appearance, I just came from the gym and working out. Someone give me a sound check. I'm hoping to be able to see the comments. Is my microphone on? Can someone let me know? Say new comment. If you can hear me well, the sound is on. Uh, okay, you good? Thank you. Thank you, because I don't even see the light flashing on my microphone. Oh, wow, this how long the black box on the screen is showing my comments. Okay. Good to see you. Good to see you, Crypto Scales. Hello. Selling XRP for ZEBEC is backwards. Well, we're going to get into this. Let me clip this again. Trying to make sure that my mic is on because I don't see the light flashing like it was. Hey, Queen. You're loud and clear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me tell you all why. Let me try to fix my hair a little bit. Why it's been like 4 weeks since I live streamed, right? So I'm in the entrepreneur world and the education employee world simultaneously at the same time. And it is very, very difficult to function in both worlds, especially on a high level at the same time. And so many of my coworkers convinced me, my eyes look a little red, that I don't have my glasses on, that I should get a degree. You know, I am a teacher by career trade. So they convinced me to get a degree as specialist in education, right? I didn't want to pursue it, but I did. And as I'm pursuing this degree, um, I got on track of getting all A's in all of my courses. So the last 4 weeks, 6 weeks, my last three courses, I made a goal to finish that with all A's and to receive a perfect GPA. So that means I had to, my entrepreneur side of me, because it's hard to work both worlds, right? So the entrepreneur side of me had to go on hold, put out things for like 4, 5, 6 weeks and focus. And I finished with a perfect GPA, specialist degree in leadership, administration, and education in public school systems. However, I still do teach Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because if you are in both worlds, the thought process is totally different. Employees obviously don't think like entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs don't think like employees, right? And I know the book, The Rich Dad Poor Dad. Well done. Well, thank you so much. Um, and I was going to be focused on just my entrepreneur goal. Um, Outside of, I know all that it teaches about the public school system. Teach you to be employees. They don't teach you to think like entrepreneurs. They don't teach you anything about money. They don't teach you how cash flow works. They don't teach you to keep more of your money and then to multiply that money that you keep. Now, you might be thinking, Queen, what do you mean by keep more of your money? Should I be more frugal? Should I spend less? That would help. Budgeting helps. But what I'm talking about when I say keep more of your money is learning the tax code and to be not taxed like an employee through your 9 digits of your SSN, your social security number, but to be taxed through your EIN and get less taxes taken out of your paycheck if you're an employee. Then you take that money and you invest it and you multiply it. So now that I'm back live streaming, I'm looking into Zebeck. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. You all forgive me if I'm a little rusty, because it has some of the same. It is like XRP, But Dave Ramsey in some schools, yeah, I'm not a big Dave Ramsey fan. I'm more like Robert Kiyosaki. That's why I recommend to anybody to teach. I mean, to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, because he has the lessons from his poor dad, which was actually a superintendent of public schools, and they had an employee mindset. And then Rich Dad, his best friend's rich father, who taught him what it means to be an entrepreneur mindset. And most people cannot dwell in both of those worlds, right? Right. So let's get right into the topic. I just wanted to give you all an update, let you know what's going on. Could ZBCN, Zebeck, could it reach $1? Why am I looking at this now? And it's very powerful. Um, it could be a scenario where ZBCN and XRP unite. You never know. But Zebeck is a payroll system. It is similar, very, very similar. It has private payroll, and it's very similar, again, to XRP, but without the SEC and the legality scrutiny. So with this, like Ripple and XRP, Zebeck isn't just talking about the payments infrastructure. They're building it, right? So it's on-chain payroll, real-time settlement, and it's on a global scale already. Um, Zebeck is something, let's see, different. I think that, yeah, different and very interesting. I agree. I agree. You all come on in, hit the like and hit the share button. So I'm listening, I'm researching, listening, knocking my dust off. Um, it is rumored that the XRP community will collaborate and join in. And I still am holding on to XRP by the end of this year, reaching from $8 to $10. Right. I told you all $10 was my top. But you look at XRP, that's a little over $2 right now. So even if it reaches $8 to $10, there's only like a $2. That's like a 6x return, right? 7x return. Zebeck is at 0.00005, is under 1 penny right now. So just imagine if it hits 1 cent. The positioning of getting in early. So let's get with BlackRock, right? BlackRock, a demand for a digital asset products increased. The footprint of the ecosystem span our network, and after a thorough evaluation, that they have said that Zebeck meet their standards of instruction, as far as payroll infrastructure and building that ecosystem that's going on with that. So BlackRock, Zebeck seems to be a collaboration. Also, it's just a big trend going on, right? Um, and what if the Ripple partnership happens? We know that Ripple has $11 billion, or they're trying to get $11 billion to buy Circle, that stable coin. So something like Ripple has 11 billion for that. Where does that lies, right? Again, at 0.0052, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not definitely not your financial advisor, but this is the infrastructure. This is the payroll. It's not talking about it, right? It didn't have to fight the SEC. We said that when XRP in the SEC case was clear, which it is somewhat, they're still discussing the settlement payment amount agreement on that case. But it would clear the way for other cryptos and their regularity. Now, let me pull up this video. People that are saying that they're selling, and tell me what you all think. The future of finance, ZBCN, and selling their SRP for Zebeck. Let's go.
For the money. I don't give a shit about the technology I just took all my XRP and I sold it for Zebeck, and this is why. And before you say anything, I had way more XRP than you, so shut the fuck up. XRP and Zebeck are about to partner. And if you didn't know, Zebeck is a decentralized infrastructure designed to facilitate world flows, whatever that means. I'm in it for the money. I don't give a shit about the technology or the tech. I just think this shit's gonna really fucking blow. And when I sold all my Bitcoin and I bought XRP, it literally did a 13x. What I'm trying to say is I'm usually right, and you should do the same. You don't take all your crypto and sell it and buy only.
Now, first of all, Zebeck. Did it say Zebeck? Yeah, I've been saying Zebeck. Zebeck. Um, Told you I was a little rusty, but Zebeck, and I'm not suggesting anybody sell anything, but I did. Even in the green today, it's up over 300%. Right, the last couple of weeks, I still purchased some, and I still think you can be extremely early in on this Zebeck mass adoption when it receives mass adoption, and just getting in early on the payroll. And what if it partnerships with Ripple? The possibility of that happen, right? So they will work simultaneously. People get paid every day. Someone says Pepe is on Stella. Okay, I don't know why I can't highlight your comment. Pepe or Pepcoin, which one? Pepcoin is on Stellar Network. Okay, I haven't researched that again. For the last like 4 weeks, I've been on um, finishing my specialist degree and finishing up with a perfect 4.0 GPA. So I dwell in both worlds, employee, entrepreneur, and both. Again, so an easy way, you know, for people to turn 1,000, maybe not financial advice, but 10,000, 20,000, or more, or even become a millionaire. XRP, XLM, HBAR, ZBCN, Pepe, of course. I got Floki, you know, just things like that that can give you a high rate of return. Now, let's look at this. Zebeck, Zebeck, however way you pronounce it. ZBCN, I say it that way. So, Zebeck, crypto pioneers have no fear. Crypto remnant is here. Let's look at this. Again, ZBCN at 0.005. Let's see. What's this time about? New global currency coming. So have to crack some codes with ZBEC, ZBC, ZBCN. I am finished with my specialist degree now, so look forward to me live streaming more. And the reason why I do a lot of code cracking when it comes to crypto, in particular, cracking the codes, just like biblically in the Bible, that Jesus or Yeshua spoke in parables. In crypto, you have to know the codes, you have to know the parables. Also, pay attention, right, to June 11th. June 11th got a full strawberry moon coming up on the 11/11 on June 11th. Let me take this off stage and see. Um, Anything below a penny on ZBIC is early. I agree. It's below a penny. Anything below a penny of that is definitely early. I'm like real payroll infrastructure has not went global, and guess what? It's the most bullish crypto, the tokenomics, and you know what? You can get rewards for spending on your debit cards as well, and all of this, that good stuff. So Is it having ZBCN? Is it having an XRP moment? That's for you to decide. Ripple payments, infrastructure gain. Um, yeah. And especially again, if Ripple collaborates or buy ZBCN, what happens to the coin? What do you mean what happens? Or you mean that does it has a burn mechanism in it? I know you can stake ZBCN. It has a staking mechanism, and it hasn't even reached $1 billion market cap. Do they just exit the coins? It has a built-in burning mechanism in it, right? So if it does buy, it'll burn at a faster rate than coins on the XRP. Just the payroll in the United States. Hold on. I miss you too, Marcel Hardy. Just the payroll in the United States is north of 10 trillion. ZEBEC is global. Let me put that on stage. Show on stage. I'm still trying to figure out my live streaming buttons now. Again, I'm rusty. And whew, I know I just got, I just grabbed some. And Uphold, the collaboration with Uphold as well, along with Ripple. Partnerships, I've been telling you all, right, that Ripple and XRP is different. Ripple is the company, so they can collaborate and buy any type of crypto. XRP is the coin, it's the cryptocurrency. They're just like on the post of Dubai, right? Using the XRPL ledger. The XRPL ledger is the blockchain. The blockchain can really hold the stored value. Also, ZBCN, ZBIC, real world assets as well. But the XRPL ledger is the blockchain, is the stored value. XRP is the crypto. So what's the difference in that, Queen? Well, it's just like gold. Gold is real money. And that's where the value is in gold, silver, copper, right? Precious metal, real money, more so gold. China just reportedly sold Bitcoin to purchase more physical gold. Why? Because it's real money, regardless of what Dave Ramsey is reporting, that it's a commodity. So gold is more valuable and always held more stored value than cash, paper, currency. So likewise, the XRPL, you can compare that to gold. It's the blockchain. It's going to hold more long-term stored value, real world assets. XRP is going to move and convert cash currencies into one another, which means it is more like cash. It's just a conversion of currencies. So Trump is going to de-dollarize nobody wants the American dollar but America, right? So Trump is going to continue to de-dollarize that. And what Trump is doing right now is not necessarily passing on sanctions, but passing on terrorists, but more so sanctions. Sanction is a threat that either you agree to this amount of taxation or not. So Trump is doing more sanctions than terrorists, actually, which is going to continue to de-dollarize the United States dollar. More countries are going to move into like this ZBCN, the XRP, the XLM, which is going to be the global currency system. Again, for those unbanked people, domestic people that are unbanked, don't have banking accounts. And right now we got again ZB, ZBCN, Zebeck, whichever way, tomato. But you know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you the ticker symbol. And so with that being said, you don't have Coinbase and not Coinbase, but you don't have big institutions reporting about this. And this is what I love about it. Because, to me, once mainstream media starts writing about a crypto, um, and gives it that popularity, and it's not flying under the radar, I always have to question it and research it, because I want you all to think about, did you know about Bitcoin when it was like $2.50? Right? Did you know about Bitcoin when it was $3? Did you know about Bitcoin when it was $5, $10? No, it was under the radar. It was under the radar. And so I think Solana is going to do well as well in this bull run. Definitely looking at things like SUI, but ZBEC, ZBCN and things, it's just so early to get in. And you can, or it can just hit a penny because of the price entry point in the market cap right now. And yeah, the all-time high, it passed the all-time high of 0.0045. So with real infrastructure, um, just made it to like a half a cent, and it's been on fire for the last couple of days. I think again, market cap is still very low, right at $400 million market cap. Only has 80 billion circulating supply, real world assets, payment infrastructure, and just waiting on global adoption. So XRP, SBCN, XRP has 100 billion supply. Um, ZBIC, $80 billion supply. So realistic, SBCN could possibly hit $2. Can possibly hit $2. So, hey, do your research, real time finance, do your due diligence. With this, it'll redefine the rails of how finance. And we're still so early. Time is expiring. So, yeah, I just wanted to hit this live stream. Rusty and all, thank you all for sticking with me. Thank you for the congratulations on a perfect GPA. It's not easy being in both worlds mentally. I promise you. It is not easy being in both worlds mentally. I would suggest, if you have not read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and you understand the different thinking and strategy between employees and entrepreneurs, then you'll definitely understand. So my goal is in the public school system, however, is not to reform it or redefine it. It is what it is, but to eventually teach children vocational skills. To don't forget about the vocational jobs, and certifications, to teach them about blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, finance, investing, cash flow, understanding the tax game, understanding the entrepreneur games that they need. Let me see if I got any more comments. Um, that's good logic. What was the clickbait? No, I did a video earlier of someone else saying they sold the XRP. Me, I'm not selling my XRP till I get to like to $8, $10. Because I got in under, was it 50 cent, like 32 cents or something. So I'm not selling. I'm just saying that even at $8, $10, whatever, at over $2 XRP right now, that's only 4 or 5x return. And we're looking at ZBCN, right, that could have a higher return. I actually took 10x profit from ZCN into ZBCN for another 4x, which equals 40x profit. And I just picked up more XRP, essentially for 10 cents each. How did you pick up XRP for 10 cents each? Or are you picking up something else? Um, Zenfin, XCN, still have a lot of moves to make, you all. Uh, okay, I think I just exited out of the comments. But hey, that's all done now. Perfect GPA is done. It's in the books. Let's get back to XRP. Let's get back to crypto. Let's get back to ZBCN. XN, Flare, all of this good stuff. Quant, can't forget about Quant, BitTensor, Bitcoin. I think right now, if you don't have Bitcoin, it's just too late in the game. Like, if you put $10,000 in or $1,000 in Bitcoin, it would have to go to over $200,000 for you to get $10,000 return. You're kind of late to that game, but hey, you're early in others. Uh, we This is not going to be a recession or depression. This is going to be a whole revamp, a financial system reset, and that's the difference that people have to understand. Glad you're back, Queen. Thank you so much. I am so glad to be back. I just mentally just could not do both, right? Which is why it's so hard for people to understand entrepreneurs and vice versa. And it's hard for employees to get out of that job because you are so programmed. You're not programmed to take risks. You're not programmed to understand how money works. You're programmed not to take risks. You're programmed to work alone, to work solo, not to work and collaborate in groups. You're taught that it's only one right answer. You're not taught to various ways to solve problem solving and critical thinking when it comes to investing. And you're taught to put your money in the 401k and trust it and do the 40-40-40 plan, work 40 hours or 40 plus hours a week for 40 years, only to live out 40% of your income. You're not taught to take advantage or to have control of your own financial future. You leave that to somebody else. Most people invest in their 401ks, for example, and all they know is aggressive growth, and they don't really know what stocks and the bundle of stocks that their 401ks are being invested in. They just say, I want either aggressive or moderate or whatever, and they select it. That's most of they know. So, yeah, the school system, it's made to create employees. That's why everything is bell to bell. Walk on the right side of the highway. Don't want both sides of your brain thinking. However, I'm in that environment and I still have an opportunity to touch the youth and to teach them these skills. And so, I'm just in both worlds. Most people can't operate in both. It's going to have to be either or. Entrepreneurs don't want to be employees, and for many employees, they don't want to be entrepreneurs. But it's not easy to operate in both worlds. So thank you all for being patient and understanding. Thank you for rocking with me. Alice said, hey, Queen, good to see you. Congrats. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Now, let's get back on the fourth industrial revolution. I'm going to keep you all updated about these crypto updates. Let me know what you're doing. I love you all. Hit that like, hit that share button. I am so glad to be back. Love you. Peace. Queen out.